short little video here. Broke out my little Zebco Delta, brand new. I got it a couple years ago when I come down here with Dad, and never did use it. So used to using my 33s and everything from my bluegill fishing. But whenever other day to go see Frog, and he hooked me up with a couple of little baits here. I got 4 of them. But he said I really needed a beetle spin. But he didn't have no beetle spins. There's also some really nice little bluegill jigs over there, custom made by this guy down here in the hills. And they work really well. I meant to get some the other day. Forgot. Get over there and get to talking with Frog and forget all kinds of stuff if I don't watch what I'm doing. Anyhow, I was trying to get him out of the package here, but it appears to me, I thought he was already hooked on here. Either he came loose or they're not together in the package. So now, I think I see what's going on here. Right, just unsnap this little piece here. Whoa, dropped my little bluegill bait there. And I don't know, I may take these out there and let's see, we can go on like that, I would reckon. Yeah. And might take them down there and throw it out, and first time get it all boogered up and hung up down there on the bottom. It appears to me the eye of this little jig head here on this bait is not open. It's like it's coated in paint. I'm gonna try to get some of it out of there without slicing my finger open with this bushcraft knife. And that, I do not think is going to do the trick. I need something a little bit smaller, more better than that. I got a little old placker here that I used last night, but I don't think that's going to work either. Here's another one because it's actually got the pointy tip still on it. See if this will work. All right, I'm gonna pause this video. I gotta find something to get some of the paint out of this eye. All right, everyone, I'm back. I found something I can use. I'm gonna use just regular little bluegill hook. I'm gonna knock some of the paint out of this eye here on this little bait. Oh yeah, that should work right fine now. Now, I'm gonna put this hook back in my hook bag. Yeah, by the way, it's a hook bag me and my dad made together. Back maybe, I don't know, 10 years maybe, something like that. Little pieces of material I got down to the craft shop. We just cut it in the size of a little bag, and then Phyllis actually, she throwed it on her sewing machine real quick, saved me and Dad the sewing trouble, and whipped together my little hook bag. I've got another one that Dad made for me back years ago that I use, and I've got Dad's now. It's a nice little black hook bag. But anyway, enough about that. Anyhow, I got the little spin on here, and got the little bait. See here, the little twister tail type. Let's see, I was looking at this before. I don't know whether that should be up or down. I think it might not really make all that much difference. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna try to get it on the hook here now. Let's see. Is that right? That don't seem right to me. Hold on here. Yeah, I guess that's right. I'm not really right sure. I've never used one of these before. But spin in the water like that, it seems like to me it should be like that. And I would also thought it should have been behind the bait, not in front of the bait. When you're pulling it through the water, yeah, that's the way it's going to be, I guess. I'm not really sure how that's supposed to be rigged up. Well, that ain't no good. See, I'm going to take him back off here. I'm going to turn him around the other way. We're going to see what that's like. Well, if I can get it back off here, that is. There we go. Okay, now let's try him on here this way. This is making a difference or not, I don't really know. It does seem to me. Oh, and there he come right off there. All right, I don't know, people, I don't know. There went some guys in a pontoon boat just went by. I'd like to flag me down somebody like that and see if they want to run over the frogs for me. Can't tell whether. Anyhow, I think this might be right. I can't really say. But there it is. You got your little spinner on here, and you're pulling it through the water. It's supposed to spin, and I'm gonna give it a try, even though I don't know whether it's hooked up quite right or not. I might look at some of the other ones to see if they're already put together. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pause this. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get the other three I got and see what they look like in those little bags. All right, well, they all are the same in the little bags. They are not put on to the bait yet, so I can't say when I'm running this, is this going to be right or not. Seems like to me that little wire there is going to block the fish. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. But I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to put it on this little Zebco Delta. It's a real lightweight little reel. Got a super small diameter line on it for bluegill fishing. I'm going to go down here and really don't want to mess with the worms today, because I don't think I'm going to get a shower. So I'm going to try some artificials. All right, guess that'll be all for now, and I'll catch y'all after a while. All right, well, I'll take that back. I guess I'm back. I paused that instead of stopping it, and I realized, oh, hey. So I'm going to do, I don't know whether I've got that thing hooked up right or not, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it on my pole. And I'm liable to lose them right away anyhow, like I was saying. I've never done a whole lot with artificials in my time. I've mostly been a live bait type of guy. You know what I'm saying? So we shall see how this goes. And this has got red fishing line on it. I don't reckon I've ever seen red fishing line before. I reckon it probably comes in all different kind of colors. I don't know, but for me, this is the first. I'll move this pole out a little bit. And wouldn't that be nice? I go down there and throw this in the water and immediately reel back in a bluegill. I'm not expecting that to happen, but you never can tell, I guess. And also with this bait I was showing to you guys a little while ago, I'm not quite sure whether you're supposed to tie directly onto the arm or whether you're supposed to have a swivel. Because if you're supposed to have a swivel, I don't have any. I've got some in one of my tackle boxes, but they ain't here. They're all the way over there by Frog's place in the van, and I have no intention of going over there unless I have to. And that, to me, is not a have to reason for some swivels. You know what I'm saying? So, anyhow, I'm going to tie a giant Palomar knot on this thing. So hopefully it'll be extremely secure knot. Palomars do not normally come undone. So we're going to pull him up pretty good. I'm going to put the lure back through the loop. Drop him through, just about like that there. Gather up all that string and pull him tight. And there it is. I do not know how this thing will work or if it will work at all. But it's not raining right now, so I'm going to snip off this little piece here, and just for the heck of it, I'm going to run down here to the cove and we'll see how this goes. Just be sure I do cut off the tag end on this and not my good line. Yeah, there we go. That'll work just fine. Use frog's pliers here, or needle nose actually. Snip off this little piece of line. Whoa, I missed it totally. Right, there we go. That line over on the table, and that does that. Video turned out to be a little bit longer than what I had expected. I guess I'll do it. I'm gonna run down to Cove and cast this around a couple times, see what happens, and if I get something, I'll come back and do another short little video and maybe just some pictures of said fish. All right, see y'all after a while. Right, everyone, what is going on? Made a little video earlier about this little guy right here. Never been much of a lure guy, and whenever other day to go see frog, go get some ice really and see frog at the same time. He showed these to me and said, well, they're real good. You can catch bluegills and stuff with. Well, long story short, I decided I'd come down here and give them a try today. Did not bring my fish basket down here. Well, caught one, bluegill, just a little guy though, and put him back. Caught another bluegill, decent one, eater size, put him back. Then I almost caught a bass. He like grabbed it, jumped up out of the water and was all like, slinging himself around and stuff. And he slung the lure out of his mouth. And then I was casting around and I caught a little shell cracker. He's about that long. He'd had some good fillets on him. But Rob put him back because Rob didn't have the basket with me. It was back at camp. So then finally, I'm fishing third bluegill. Yeah, I decided, well, I better go get the basket. So I run back up there and got the basket, brought him down here. So now I've got one gill in the basket. And guess I should have listened to old Frog when he said them lures right there would work. I thought, I ain't never caught crap on lures hardly. But he was right. So I'm just going to cast around a little bit, and about to get stormed on, it looks like, and it's only about an hour before dark. So that's all I've got. Let's give a few casts with this here little spinner thing and see how it goes. Not expecting to catch anything, but I didn't expect to catch anything before. Just figured I'd bring you guys along on a little bit of the fishing. Be sure that looks right. Yep, it looks all right. If I'd have caught that bass earlier, I'd have been in hog heaven. He was nice. Y'all jumped up out of the water, and he didn't so much like that lure after he bit it. Well, it's like I had a little piece of milfoil on my lure there. Had to make it run crooked and not look right to the fish and all that good stuff. Get my line all wrapped around into my pole there. So from now on, when old Frog says, hey, well, you ask Frog his opinion, and he says, hey, this right here will work. From now on, I'm going to believe what Frog says. Not that I didn't believe him before. I've just never had, much luck on lures. Is this thing running right? No, this thing is not running right in the water. There it goes. I need to give it a little pop once it hits the water. Get that blade spinning. A little pop like that. That should have the blade spinning. You have to mess around with different retrieve speeds, I've found. Sometimes slower, sometimes faster. I'm going to try out them beetle spins that Frog said is the best for bluegills. I've never had any, so I don't know. But before the next adventure starts, I'm going to get me a bunch of them, a bunch of different colors, and see how that works out. Might catch me a bunch of good bluegills. Try it. Never can tell. I got a bunch of bites on this thing earlier. Not counting the 3 bluegills and 1 shellcracker that I caught. I so wish I would have brought that basket down here with me when I first come down here and started slinging this bait around. That would have been the best idea right there. A little snap of the pole there. What I was doing earlier, I'd make me, 15 or 20 casts in one particular area, kind of fan it out, all over the cove here. And then I'd pick up and walk about 10 or 15 feet down the bank and start casting again. And you can definitely feel it when they hit this bait. You know that you just got bit by a fish, or your lure did anyways. Right now, I'm not even getting any nibbles. My lure is not running right in the water. There it goes. Not much like it. Needs to be running the right way. All right, keep on casting. The heck, got about an hour before dark. Got my phone straightened out where I can actually make videos again, even though they take forever to upload. It's all right. Every once in a while I get into that milfoil and have to pop it out of there. Way down this way this time. Right over top of some more of that milfoil. Man, I wish you guys could have seen that bass earlier. He was definitely nice. I'd like to got him up on the bank, got a picture of him. Normally I do not eat bass. Only because I can't guarantee that they'll be boneless, Well, no takers. It's all right though. Ooh, I had a hit there. I had a hit. He was just a little guy though. I could tell by the feel of it, Ain't gonna be long. It's gonna be time to head up there to camp. Get ready to be thinking about cooking some dinner. I guess since I'm not having bluegill tonight, and I'm not in the mood for ramen, so guess I'm gonna cook up a spam sammy with some cheese, some mayonnaise. Ooh, it's gonna be good. Just put one gill in the basket while I'm down here would be nice. They're definitely in here. All those taps and bites I was getting earlier, either that was bluegills or it was bass. One of the two. There's definitely a bunch of good bass in here. I've seen a few. Oh, I hate that. You can see your lure coming through the water and see it pick up a little bit of milfoil or coontail or whatever it is you want to call it. Goes by both as far as I know. All right, well, one more cast, or a few casts over this way actually, and I'm going to pick y'all up. We're going to move down the bank about 10 feet. The area right there I just come through is where that bass smacked it earlier, and almost expect it to happen again. Try not to run this too long. Maybe to actually get loaded up before I go to bed tonight. And you know, these clouds too, and this storm's rolling in, they're rolling by. It could affect the way these fish was, hitting earlier. Seeing some little swirls around. Might be rain. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And if it is, gets ran too hard, I have to cut this short and go back up to camp. Don't want to ruin this phone any more than I already have. Because then I wouldn't be uploading nothing without a phone. Oh, thought I had one there. All right, it's time to move. Let's do it. We're going to go down here about 10 feet. I'm going to try not to fall down this time. I did earlier. That's right. Went almost all the way down. Luckily, I caught myself with my good arm. You know, the one that's got the tennis elbow earlier. It's a lot better than it used to be, but that was the arm I caught myself with. Kind of felt like there for a second, felt like I kind of wrenched my back a little bit. And I was like, oh man, I'm going to wind up with a sore back. But no, it's all right. It is all right. All right, let's do some more casts here. Yep. And again, me out here talking real loud might not be helping nothing either. I don't know. A lot of times Duncans have two volumes. A lot of times it's loud and louder. It's just the way it is. It's genetics, Yep, I'm not getting any nibbles. No, no hits. No nothing. It's just not happening. But that's all right. I really just got down here. Only been fishing for about 13 minutes. So. But as I said before, I am impressed with this little lure. Me catching 4 panfish on this thing, when I've caught 1 fish on a lure in my entire life, catching 4 of my faves in one day, yeah, I definitely like that kind of a lure. Because then in reality, if you did not have live night crawlers and you had a bunch of these in a bunch of different colors and sizes, you could probably catch you a sandwich every day. Being the conditions is right and all that is. Yeah. All right. Start going back out that way again. Not a nibble of any kind. I'll take that back. I did have that one nibble earlier, didn't I? I think that was this time. Oh, I see a little itty bitty. There's a little itty bitty bluegill following this lure back in. Yeah, once it gets about 20 feet from the bank, maybe a little less than that, I can see it coming through the water. And it sure does look like it could storm any time now. But I keep thinking that ever since last night. And of course, nothing really any count as far as rain goes. Heard lots of thunder rumbling and seen a whole bunch of lightning now last night. I have to check on this lure. Seems like half the time now when I'm throwing it, it's not running right in the water. But hey, it's tied on there right and everything. Everything appears to be normal. So let's get back at it then. I'm gonna go out that way this time. Being evening time like this, never can tell what might decide to hit that lure. can see that one bluegill over there in the basket. All I need is about 3 more just like him. It'll be sandwich time. Nope, nope. No takers, no takers. Keep thinking. Swim this bait over top that milfoil. I keep thinking something is going to come up out of that milfoil and grab it. But not so far. Need a bluegill. Well, got to be this storm front rolled in, because I am getting no bites at all. Keep thinking it's going to rain, it's going to rain. No, reckon not. All right. I'm going to move down about another 10 or 15 feet. Let's do that. All right. Yeehaw. Here we go. New spot. Booyah. Just some of the same areas over again. Pull the lure back in from different direction. Which may not make a bit of difference, but hey, that is all right. Wouldn't be doing nothing much sitting up there at camp anyways. I'm going to throw it out this time, count to 4, and then start reeling it back in. A little pop, start that blade spinning. a little bit faster retrieve. All right, well. Unfortunately, ain't got much time left, it don't look like. Darkness is upon me. Oh, got down in the coon tail. Oh, there we go, I got it back. It's all right. And the lure kind of twisted around here. See what I can do about that. Don't know. This does not look normal, I'll tell you that much. Well, it's because it's not normal. Shouldn't be all like that in the first place. Alright, well, I think that just might do it. I'm going to shut this down and try to figure out how to get my lure untangled here. And I will come back to y'all after a while, or maybe I'm going to pause it for a minute. I'll be back. Alright, the lure is untangled. We got 26 minutes here though, that's a pretty long video. I'll run it up to about 30 and then I might have to shut it down. Keep thinking I'm seeing sprinkles. Maybe I should turn this around a little bit where y'all can kind of see the lake some, huh? Yeah, there we go. How's that? That's a little bit better? Hope so. Much better than looking at a bunch of rocks, huh? Yeah, I just realized I got my hand soaked down there. Brought it down here earlier. I thought, well, if I catch a fish, I can just wash my hands with the hand soap. And that way I won't be getting any more stinky. And it worked out really well. Trying to see if I could tell which way them clouds was moving. Yeah, you might finally get some rain. Great Burn coon tail was on my lure. This lake has dropped. This lake has dropped a bunch too. Just since the other day, last time I run over there to frogs, because the canoe down there, only one little end of it there is sitting in the water. All the rest of it is pretty much on dry land. This wind and everything, this might be a cool night. Might have to get out some long breeches or something, which I'd really rather not do. Better just wear some shorts. Don't want to freeze neither. We up 30 minutes yet? Ooh, about 15 seconds to go. Guess we'll make this the last cast for the night. I'll try to do some more fishing tomorrow. Maybe some bluegill fishing. But I may have to make a paddle tomorrow too. So all right, one more cast. What do you think? Oh, I think I got a hit there. Wouldn't that figure? Time to go back up to camp. And there I got a hit. So that warranted one more cast. Well, that's all right. That is all right. I know this little lure does work because I have caught fish on it now. So that is just fine. I'm going to go back up to camp and get ready to think about cooking some dinner and get ready for the nighttime because it is just about here. And I will catch you all after a while. Hope everyone's having a good night. Bye.